Hi and welcome to the latest Feed My Reads update. I'm Fraser, I'm the person behind Feed My Reads and obviously our community. So welcome along, and just to give a little bit of background as to what Feed My Reads is for those that are newly joining us. So Feed My Reads book community created all around certain kind of mantras. So we are positive, supportive, and we're non-judgmental, and it's for anybody who loves books. We're here to basically connect readers, authors, books. We want to connect everyone up, and that's what we're here to do. So I just wanted to give a little update, as it's been a long time since I've given any video updates. For those wondering why, you can see my skin. I'm not a fan, obviously, that I have all these flare-ups of things, and it's something that I'm very self-conscious of. But because there's so much going on in the Feed My Reads community, I felt that it was time to give you guys a little bit of an update as to what's happening. So Feed My Reads has just on Saturday has just turned 1 year old. From an idea that I had scribbled down on some paper, obviously a number of years ago, and having gone through all of the different phases it's gone through, etc., to now reach a point where Feed My Reads is a year old and has the blog that we have, time to feed my reads.blogpost.com. To have that at over 72,000 views in the first year is pretty mind-blowing. It's not something I ever imagined would be happening, and it's something that I'm extremely proud of. I'm very thankful to everybody for kind of taking time to help to get the community to where we are. It's something that we are all working towards, and we're all helping each other to kind of drive forward and get the results. So it's a big thank you to you guys, as well as obviously I know the work that I've put in obviously does count, and it is what sets it up. But you guys, are the ones that have been there viewing the content, the ones that are posting and sharing, and it's hugely down to you guys as well. So a massive thank you to you for making Feed My Reads such a success, and obviously long may it continue. We're going from strength to strength, we're continuing to grow, and that's a huge thing that we wanted to continue to do for you guys, and hopefully, like I say, we can continue to do that for you. So I say this is just a little update, so it's just to give some idea of what's going on. So we're approaching a UK giveaway, which will be kind of launching soon. We set up a Twitter giveaway, so 6,000 members on our Twitter community. We're just over 100 away from that, I believe. It wasn't done to try and drive numbers. That's not something we do. We try and have it kind of as a natural progression of the community, but with it being a number that was there, we thought, let's try and do something. So the giveaway was set as 25 books. Much bigger box is sat beside us now, and we have around 50 books that are in the box to go. So whoever wins that, when the event does happen, the giveaway, there will be 50 books going to somebody in the UK, with some books there that are from our authors of our community. All we kind of ask is that you, again, with support, just review the books, review them honestly, and share the information, share the pictures of the books, let the authors know, because they appreciate it. We appreciate you guys, and that's why we're trying to do these giveaways. It is purely down to cost that we can't do it worldwide, because it's going to be it's a heavy box. Let's just put it that way. 50 books is a lot to kind of send. And it's going to cost a fair bit of money for me to send it already in the UK, so I just can't stretch to sending it elsewhere in the world. We do aim to eventually have worldwide giveaways, not maybe for physical books, it could be other things, but we are always looking into that. It's all about funds. It's a matter of funding, and that is something we will kind of go on to in this video, about the funding models and things. But yeah, we have that giveaway coming up, and hopefully soon. Hopefully that will be something that we can kind of get on with and be able to allow people to have that chance to win. Next up, we've got a little bit of an update. So we know that certain times of year people love. So you might love Halloween, you might love Christmas, you might love Valentine's, whatever it may be. We know that Halloween and Christmas obviously are coming up, so what we decided to do was, we know that there's a lot of authors in our community who potentially have books that are relevant to these categories. So what I've done is we've put out kind of a call to arms to say to people, look, if you've got a book that's a Halloween book, let us know. Send us the information. Christmas book, let us know. Send us the information. The point of this is that we want to put together blog posts so that you, the reader, can connect with the right books. So if you want to read a Halloween book, we know that you can go in and put it on and put it into like Amazon or whatever and say Halloween book. What we're trying to do is we're trying to make it so that you've got specific books that are there that authors are saying, this is my book for Halloween, and then we can share it with you so that if it's a book you may like, fantastic. You've got the information for it, and it's one that you may not have come across. So it's going to help for you to connect with authors and their books. We're just waiting for the obviously kind of people sending on all of their books. We'll be compiling the blog post. It's already kind of started, and it's in draft phase in the background at the minute. Once we've got all of the information, we will then get that posted, and as well as that, to run kind of alongside, we've got more of what you've kind of always liked. So we've had, my dream holiday, my perfect dinner parties, these kind of things. We've got some stuff around Christmas and Halloween. They'll be going out there too, because we know that that's something that helps people to kind of get to know each other. So that's something that we've got, again, all in the background. I've kind of written up stuff, and it's in notebooks, which, as those of you that have kind of known Phoebe Marie's for a while and know from my past videos, there are notepads sat everywhere with pens everywhere. There are loads of stuff, loads of little bits and things going on, loads of little bits of stuff going in the notebook in the background and things. It's continuing that way, okay? There are so many different things that are coming up in the community, and it's a lot of work in progress, but it will be coming. So what I'll do next is talk about one of the biggest things that we've got going on at the moment. So, as we said, Phoebe Marie's turned a year, okay, year old. Now, I decided that with Phoebe Marie's, when it started, a lot of people not even published. So a lot of the authors that maybe were on board were not yet published. They were at the point of they were just about to be published, or they just had a book come out and they were so excited. The thing is with that, once the book's out, sometimes the recognition can die down a bit, and it's a bit of a frustration. So I decided to kind of put forward an idea for a Phoebe Marie's Awards. Sat and did a lot of planning on this, and yeah, decided to go with it. So Phoebe Marie's Awards 2022, we put out some survey posts to say, can you give some nominees for these different categories? We had nominees come back, so we had quite a lot of nominees come back for a number of different categories, and then following that, we put out the votes. So we've got the voting now open for these kind of categories. Since we posted this for stage 1 of the voting, the blog post has been seen over 2,000 times, and there are over 1,300 votes so far. It only went live last week, so it's massive. It's been a huge amount of kind of response. People are over the moon that they're seeing that they've been nominated. It's creating a buzz. It's creating some positivity, something that we're all about, okay? Now, with regards to this, the voting will end before the end of the month. The actual event itself for the actual awards, we'll do some kind of ceremony. I'm still working on the exact details on that, personally sitting in the background, and a lot of writing, and the gold envelopes are all ordered. That's on the way, things like that's going on. That'll be in November. Beginning of November is the hope. So it's a massive event. Now, part 2 of it went live earlier today. That is not just authors being recognised. The book community is amazing because of the variety of people who are involved in it. So book bloggers, book reviewers, publishers, all these different people, and there are stars of the communities that are just not recognised enough. There are people that support indie authors and just push for indie authors to become so well known. We want to recognise them. So part 2 of it went live today, and that is to recognise these people. So the book bloggers, the stars of the Phoebe Marie's community, the supporters of the indie authors. These are people that now I'm trying to get recognition as well. Again, we did the same thing. Put forward, please can you nominate? We then got the nominations. We then put out the votes. So that has gone live today. We're seeing a good uptake yet again. So a huge thank you to everybody that is kind of sharing, that's posting this, that's getting the people voting, and that are voting. We appreciate every one of you because it's a massive thing, and just for people to be nominated, it helps to get visibility of their work. The people will check out what they've done, etc. It's a huge thing, okay, and it's massively appreciated that you are sharing it. In terms of the awards, so a lot of people have the attitude or opinion that it doesn't cost to run the community. You've got your laptop, you've got all your equipment, everything just runs, and it doesn't cost. Now, that isn't actually correct. It does cost. It costs money because things like these awards are not the cheapest thing to run. Just for me to get the actual survey results will cost me about £35 for the month. Reason being for that is that the amount of votes are too high. It's more than 40 votes on a survey. You can't get the results, you have to pay. That'll cost me £35 for 1 month just to get the results. Straight off the bat, I'm paying for that myself because I decided to do this. I'm putting my money where my mouth is, it's fine. But again, all of these little things are costs. And with the cost of living crisis, the energy crisis, all of these things going on, they do all add up. I'm not going to say we're in a bad position in the world because there are war-torn countries. We know of what's going on in Ukraine, etc. I'm not going to try and say that we're in a bad position at all. That's not who I am. But we, as a community, want to try and have a more self-sustaining financial model. I've been trying to work on short stories myself. I'm not an author, but I'm trying to do that, try and be able to sell the work and try and gain money for the community to help bring you guys the best and more stuff for you. That's what I'm trying to do. When I mentioned this, I've had a lot of authors come back and they've basically said we're not in a position to financially support, but we would love to donate. And what this means is that they are now donating short stories, poetry, etc. We are in the first stages of looking at a Female Reads anthology. Now this would then be digital and physical, and the money that's raised from that would all go back into the community to help fund and sustain our community going forward. The fact that authors are willing to do this is phenomenal, and I hugely appreciate them. Obviously, the anthology would mention who they are, where to connect with them, everything. It would be all about that. And if it's the case that we do go ahead with this, which we do think we will, it would be lovely if we could have support from the readers, if they purchase it, if they can share about it. Massive thing, because it's bringing the community funds that we need to then make the next steps, whether it be worldwide giveaways. That's something that we would love to do. If it's the case it's given to like literary programs under the Female Reads banner, things like that. We would love to be able to do these kind of things, and that's something we're working on. So I'm spending a lot of time in the background doing work with these authors at the minute to try and get this set up. Again, it's hugely appreciated from every one of them that they've come and raised this with me to say we would love to help. And the fact that they're doing it is kind of, it's heartwarming to see that the people want to kind of all pull together and to continue to make this place an amazing kind of community that we've built. I do hope that, the readers would be excited about this. It's something that I personally am very excited to hear about because of these amazing authors. So that's going to be going on, and we hope to bring some more stuff from that soon. Ultimately, I'll keep you up to date with everything that's going on. There's so much going on in the background. We've got our awards, which I say that will be coming next month. There'll be more news coming out about that as and when it's all kind of firmed up a bit. And the anthology, again, when we've got more details, more information on that, there will be more coming out about it. But I just felt at this time it was important to keep you guys up to date and to see that we're doing a lot of work. There's a huge amount of work going on in the background, guys. We've not forgotten about you. The fact there's not been many video updates has purely been just how many hours are going into this community all the time. I work a 37.5-hour week, and then on my days off, I'm kind of basically doing hours and hours of this community's work in the background, creating new ideas, putting together things, and they take many hours. Like said, the Female Reads Awards, first step, thinking up the categories, then going forward to put forward survey to say here are the survey the categories that we want, Can you nominate people, then getting them the results in, then having to go and get the nominees, and then create the actual survey itself for the votes, and then sending that information out, and then having to get all of the results in and try and put it all together to create that it will work correctly, and keeping up to date with what's going on with the numbers and the blog views. And it's a huge undertaking. Many hours have gone into this. I honestly couldn't tell you how many hours I've had to put into trying to figure where we are in it and where the next step is, and that's all work that started from a few months back. That work was actually beginning before you guys obviously know anything about it. It comes out, but yeah, it's very much been a long winding road on that one. And the fact that we're getting so many votes and the blog views, it's phenomenal. I hugely appreciate it by me and the authors. The authors are loving the fact that they're hearing these numbers, and this is you guys backing these people. These are people that have put their the heart on the line kind of thing and gone, here's a book that I've written, please can you read it and see if you enjoy it. And to see that people have bought the book, reviewed it, and then have actually gone and voted for them, it's an amazing thing for them, because they feel a close affinity with their readers for this. And many of them, it's their first, it's their first time that they've been nominated. And that's thanks to you guys. You've been the ones that have kind of gone and nominated them, and you're the ones that are voting for them. And long may it continue. If we can continue to do this kind of stuff and move them forward for the foreseeable future, brilliant. And that's what we aim to do. So I can promise you there's loads of work going on in the background. We're not forgetting anything about anyone. And if you've got any questions, queries, let us know. As always, we're looking for people like book reviewers. Contact us, tell us. We want to have you on lists. So book bloggers, book reviewers. If you've got these kind of things that you're doing, let us know. We want you on lists because we want to connect you with the author to say, that's a book reviewer that you wanted somebody to go and review your book. We need these guys to connect with you, and that's the thing we need to know. So can you tell us? And if you know people that should be part of our community, tell them to come to us. Tell them to join, whether it be an author, a publisher, a book blogger, whoever it is. Let them know we're here. We're here for all of you. We want to make this place a creative place, but we want to above all be supportive, positive, non-judgmental, and we want to be all about the book. So if you can direct people to us, we appreciate it as always. Other than that, I will just say I hope you're all having a great time. Obviously looking forward to Halloween and Christmas, and the kind of the financial situation, the economic crisis that the world is in. Hopefully that you're kind of surviving it, because I do appreciate it's tough for everyone, and obviously it's a big mental strain and drain on everyone. Obviously we're here to be the positive, supportive place that we can be for you, and that if you need to kind of speak to people, just message, put your message out there to say you want to chat with people, and we'll retweet. And there are plenty of people in our community who are in the same boat as you, who will then connect and can chat with you to make sure you're all going through it together. Other than that though, as I say, it's much appreciated for you tuning in, and I'll catch you soon. Many thanks. Bye guys.